the node my node folder, create a file called server.js. 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 There's a server.js file you created. Inside the server.js file, you have to import the express. Inside the server.js file, import const, you can write here. Const express express equal to require express. Next, after that, next const app equal to express. Like inside the express, inside the app we pass now as a express. What we have imported, we pass to the express. Next, after that, we require the CORS. We require const CORS course equal to require which one? Require CORS. Next, after that, express.use app.use inside will pass CORS. Next, this is we are setting a server, backend server. Next, after that, app.use express.json. App.use express.json function, so that you can communicate data in the form of JSON. Just do till here. Then after that, you will write app.listen any port number you can give. app.listen the port number should be 1234. Any port number, no problem, comma function, curly bracket, open close, and that's all. Here nothing to write. So inside this page we can use multiple types of URL, and I share you this code. This look like difficult for you to write first time. Just use that code. Next, after this, we have to write here app.get and app.post. We'll write inside app.get and app.post. App.get a function name book list, comma function request, comma response. Request and response. Just write once. App.get and app.post both will write here. Now come to the app.get. Inside that, we will be creating a array. A static array we can create a static array. Suppose a variable right here called book equal to a square bracket, pass inside some book name, example HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, Node.js, React, something, let it be this many. Next, after that, You will write here call, what you will write? JSON data, create a variable, JSON data equal to JSON dot stringify. Inside you will pass this book array, and then we can write here response dot write, response dot write, response dot write, response dot write JSON data, response dot write that JSON data, response dot write JSON data, and then you have to write response dot end also, response dot end, so that this request will get end here. Or let's do like this, write till here. If you have written, then let's complete this. I share you the code in your chat. You can use that if you feel much overload. Now inside this one function is called book list. When you call the book list, it will give the book data in the JSON format. Can you see here, book data will come in the form of JSON. Next, after that, we will write some more here. We'll write here called app dot get slash user list comma book list, or we will give only book. Hold on, give only book. Give here only user. Okay. Now write here call function request comma response, request comma response, request comma response, and you will write here directly one h2, create a variable user data or user list equal to h1 user list, response dot write directly, response dot write which one, user list, response dot write user list, and then response dot end, response dot write user list, response dot end. Response dot write user list. So how many function you got? Two function. One is the book, change to book. Another one is called user. Port number is only one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and function is how many? 2. So we will be calling localhost colon 1, 2, 3, 4 slash book. Then it will give the book list. Localhost colon 1, 2, 3, 4 slash which one? User. Then it will give us the user list. So you don't have to compile multiple pages. We will be compiling only one page. Check now. Have you written both the function? Both the function if you are written, we can compile it and then we can check. I will share you both function in one shot, or maybe entire code in one shot. Entire code I sent in one shot, in single shot chat. NodeMon, yes, NodeMon. We can go here in CMD. Yes, file name server.js. CD my NodeMon space server.js. Any error? Yeah, it shows error. What is that? Module not found. Yes, definitely. Course, you have to install the course here. CORS. Are you getting some kind of error like this? Module not found? Because we have installed a course on the beginning, so we have to install here. npm install course do here. So you can stop the server. Right here npm install CORS. npm install CORS. Cross origin, the communication between client to server. When you do the communication between client to server, server don't want to give the data to anyone. Server wanted to understand who are you. Okay, so for that, what we install? Course. Course origin, it's called a cross origin. Okay, between two origin, it will make a bridge. So on that, data communication will happen easily. And server will allow the client to access the data. If will not use that module, server will not allow the client to access the data. Okay, done. Now start the server, NodeMon. Now it should not get crash. Should not get crash. Not crashing. Okay. So let's come to the browser now. Which URL it is working? npm install course CORS. Hello. IndusInd Bank. IndusInd Bank is that side. It is there. I think it's far from here. I'll send you the location. Is it in WhatsApp? Service Road, any other shop nearby? Oh, that is opposite to our office. That is that side. It is opposite side. Yeah, it is opposite side. Yeah, Silk Shop is there. After Silk Shop, you will find Nizam Biryani. Next to the Nizam Biryani, you will find Beauty U. Beauty in that only second floor. The location it is guided in the reverse side of the road. It is this side. Yes. Okay. Okay. Please. बात इंस्टॉल करना कहाँ पे कहाँ इंस्टॉल करें इस फोल्डर में कौन सा फोल्डर है जैसे कर फोल्डर है इंग्लिश वेरी है और CORS so ये this is very important. Not space, not error is stored in the requirement or the person down. URS. I already have to declare. If I have already declared. For the cost. Check now, run your project in sequence localhost colon 1234. Localhost colon 1234 / user list and book list. First, you have used single quote or double quote. CORS equal to by excuse me. Yes. This side is it is compiled. Okay. See, now your code is compiled, correct? Node server.js is compiled. Now what will happen is we have to go to the browser. Okay, go to the browser. Nodemon is not, you have to install the Nodemon, okay? That you can install the Nodemon. And then go to the browser. Which port number you are given here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Come to the browser right here, localhost. Localhost, colon, how much? 1, 2, 3, 4 slash, what is that? User. Enter. It will give user list. Next is called what? Book. It will give you the book list. Something like this. This is API, yeah. What we have made, this is called API. Which one? This what we have made is called a API. Correct. So how many API you got? 2 API. Book and user. Running for how many people? Say us no in the chat. Okay, cool. Now we'll not suppose in one project there is a 20 pages. Save user, list user, delete user, add product, list product. Entire story we can write in one page only. Server.js. One file can hold each and everything. Okay, it's no need to integrate with the multiple. You don't have to start multiple server. Clear? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, so go to see book is now one array. Book is one array, so it is coming. User also should be one array. So come to your previous file. Come to your previous file. Come to your previous file. That is called this file. Page 5. We have page 5. Copy that array. In page 5.js, we have created the array. Copy page 5.js. Copy that array. And paste into this array. Where? Here. User list we are written. No? Remove that line. And paste here. Now you have to do the JSON.parse. JSON.parse which one? User array. Come down. Create a variable. JSON data equal to JSON data equal to what? JSON data equal to JSON.parse. JSON.parse. Inside the JSON.parse, we can keep this variable. Which variable? User variable. So, stringify. Stringify. JSON.stringify we can add here. Now what will happen? This will convert into JSON and then you can pass here. So now your front end, wherever you call the user, it will give you the data in the form of multidimensional array. Check once, is it giving the data in multidimensional array? Book is the book only, but user, still not compiled. Why? Nodemon should compile, no? Yeah, it's got compiled. It will give you the data in the form of array. So server is only one, right? Server is only one. And URL is how many? 2 URL. Server we got only one, like only one we have the backend API. In that one file, we have added how many functions? 2 functions. One is called get, both is get only, user and book. For whom it is not working, I will share you this file. Server.js file, I will share in your chat. Server.js file, I will share in your chat. I sent in your chat server.js file. So this way, in one file, we can create n number of, which one? Functions, n number of URL. And now this is as of now static data. Correct. So next class, this book array will not be a static. It will become as a dynamic. It will come from where? Database. Yeah, it will come from database. This all entry will happen in table. This all entry will happen in table. And from table, it will come and go to the front end. Let's come. Add one more URL right below. App.get. Inside that, you will pass /city, comma function. Function. Inside the function, request, comma response. Request, comma response. Next, after that, if you remember in the page number 6, you have a city list. Take that city list. Page number 6, you have a city list. Take the city list and store here. Page number 6, you have a city list. Keep that and keep here. Page number 6, you have a city list. Take and keep here. Page number 6, you have a city list. Keep here and convert into JSON. JSON data equal to JSON dot stringify city array. After that, JSON dot stringify city array. After that, response dot write. Response dot write. Response dot write meaning you are sending the response. JSON data. Correct. Next will come down and response dot end. Right. So in one file, how many URL? 3 URL. In one file, 3 URL. Hope ready? Now check now in browser URL. This is loading or not? It will load successfully. Now your task will be, you have to create one HTML file, server.html. And in server.html, you should have 3 buttons. One button called book list, another button user list, another button, which one? City list. When we click on book list button, data should come from the book API. Localhost / where? http://localhost/ from where? Book list. And through live server, we need to read and display inside the page. Correct? Again, another API, another button we have called user list. If you click on user list button, data will come from where? User API in the live server. And then you need to display in table. Another API, another button is called city list. Click on that. You will call a function in JavaScript and using, see what I'm trying to say, using fetch method. Yeah, using fetch method, you can read the data from here. No, see, if using fetch method, you can read the data from here. Using fetch method, you can read the data from here. Using fetch method, you can read the data from here. Right? So you have to create a file, HTML file, and in HTML file, button click, 3 buttons will be there. First button click user list, fetch function, using fetch function. But when you are going to use the fetch function, your server should be running. Which server? Node server. Right? This you have to compile, and then your server will start. And after that, what will do? Data will fetch and display. So that is the homework. Okay, that you have to do, and then we can work again next on database part. I will also guide, but I'm hoping if you have implemented the JavaScript fetch function, you have learned. In the React also you have learned the fetch method, correct? In the JavaScript Ajax you have learned, right? So whether using Ajax method or using fetch method, from this 3 URL, from this URL, from this 3 URL, from this URL, read the data and display inside your page. Okay, that will be the homework. As soon as I said homework, 2 people will log out immediately. Okay, one is log out. Okay, one came back, one was log out. Right, do that. Okay, so look like possible. Anyone else can say something? Let me write the URL. See, this is one URL. This is one URL, correct? One more URL, one more URL. This becomes a what? User. It will give the multi-dimensional array. This becomes a what? This becomes a city. You should implement in Angular React also. In React, give this URL, it will give the list of data. In React, give in the fetch method, give this URL, it will give the list of data. If you are not able to implement till there, then it's a problem, right? Okay, so do that, and again we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll sit early, somewhere 4 o'clock only. Today, instead of cancelling the class, I thought little late is also